Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Brian at Versus Reacts. Today I'm going to do Luke Kelly, When I Was a Bachelor. I can't remember the When I Was a Bachelor. But let's listen to it now. I've had a lot of fun with Luke Kelly, Dubliners, Pogues, all these guys. So let's watch now. Ready? Go. Audio version.
When I was a bachelor, airy and young, I followed the roving trade, and the only harm that ever I've done was courting a servant maid. I courted her all summer long, and part of the winter too. But many's the time I rolled my love all over the foggy dew, 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 all over the foggy dew.
Now, I don't know if this song is subtitled The Foggy Dew. I mean, you know that other version that he did call The Foggy Dew. I think there might be one called Foggy Dew plus Foggy Dew, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's go in.
One night as I lay in my bed, a-taking my pleasant sleep, this pretty young maid, she came to me, and bitterly she did weep. She tore her hair and she wrung her hands, saying, "Oh, what shall I do? For tonight I resolve to sleep with you, for fear of the foggy dew, 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 for fear of the foggy dew."
Well, as you can tell now, this is not a sleepover. Something is going to happen, and I think we all know what it is.
All in the first part of that night, we rolled in sport and play, and in the latter part of that night, she in my arms did lay, and when broad daylight did appear, she cried, "I am undone." Ah, hold your tongue, you silly young girl, for the foggy dew is gone, 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 for the foggy dew is gone. Supposing you should have a child, it would make you laugh and smile. And suppose you have another one, it would make you think a while. And suppose you have another one, and another one or two, it would make you leave off them foolish young tricks and think on the foggy dew, 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 and think on the foggy dew. I love that girl with all my heart. She's as dear as my lovely life. But in the latter part of the year, she became another man's wife.
Okay, wait a sec. Wait. Because, okay, she becomes pregnant. And then he says, what if you have 2 or 3 or 4, 5? And then that'll make you think back on the foggy dew. So is he saying we could get together a few more times and maybe you can have some more of my kids? I don't know about that. But then in the later part of the year, he talks about how in love with her he is. But in the later part of the year, she gets married to somebody else. So was she betrothed to somebody else? So this nice innocent story is all about this woman cheating with this. Wow, it's nice and mellow and lovely, and you think, oh, they've spent the night, and what a romantic gesture. But is she cheating the whole time?
But I've never told him of her faults, and I'm damned if ever I'll do. But many's the time as she winks and smiles, I think on the foggy dew, dew, dew. I think on the foggy dew.
Interesting. I've never heard that song. Probably not a lot of you have, but I mean, a perfect voice again, as I've said many times about Luke Kelly. A romantic story here, right? This woman comes to him that he's fond of, dates her a little bit, and finally she comes to him, spends a night with him because she's nervous of the foggy dew. Now it's interesting. The foggy dew again comes in after that other song that he sang called The Foggy Dew, and also done by Sinead O'Connor. Now, an interesting comment I had, The Foggy Dew was also the Conor McGregor, the fighter, his entry song for one of his fights, and the only live version version of a song that's ever been done. So for one of the UFCs, or may have been done by now again, but he was the first. So thanks for suggesting this. I haven't been on in a little bit, so I'm always glad to have suggestions. Finally got around to this. All right, so thanks. Take care now. Bye-bye.